The body is actually leading us. It has lived on this planet so many more times than we have. It has experienced life on this planet in so many different ways, in so many realms, in so many periods of history, in so many types of situations. And it knows way more than I do about how to move through this world in a way that's supportive, in a way that's connected. We've all come here with a divine purpose, traveling on a stream of cosmic dust from the stars into our mother's wombs, born into this precious life. It is no accident that you are here, my love, on earth, in this moment, in this body. You are here longing to find your place, to align with your purpose, to embody your passions and to live into the dreams of your heart. Yet so often we get caught, suspended in the tangle of life, not able to move forward, not able to find solace and comfort in a world that has forgotten the truth of our existence. As we begin to remember, as we peel back the layers, as we come together to uncover our unique gifts and reconnect with our authentic selves, we are able to see another way of being, a new possibility, a different life waiting to be lived. I have experienced on this complicated and wild journey of life that when we connect with the story of our soul, it will show us the magic of this life that we have been missing. It will open a window into the very heart of who we truly are, of who we came here to be, and gives us answers to our ever-asking why. Good morning, beautiful, beloved souls. Thanks for being here today. I have a cup of tea and I'm sitting looking outside and just felt so inspired to speak to you today and to be with you and to share story with you today. So this episode is about being in your body and the relationship that we have with our bodies or do not have with our bodies, right? We live in a culture that is so devoted and dedicated to the mind. And this has its benefits, as with everything, right? We are not here to judge or look at things through the lens of good or bad, but to just see things for what they are and then choose something different, something correct for yourself. And so in my journey, I was so in my head all the time. And I learned that living in the mind meant I didn't have to live in my body, because my body was a very scary place to live. Lots of interesting, let's say, things had happened to my body as a kid, as a youth, as a young adult. And I had an eating disorder by the age of 10 due to trauma and ways that I was not taught to relate to my body as this incredible vessel that I lived in, right? But to just give credit to the mind and then to be a good girl, to be a good student, to be praised for my mind. My intuitive gift is claircognizance, my main gift, which is all about the mind, right? Clear knowing, sacred knowing. And so here I was living just in my head, and my body just sort of went along for the ride, is what I thought. However, what I have learned, what I have explored and dived into is that actually the body is the most important part of the process. The body is actually what is driving everything. It is so wise and intelligent. It has been evolving. So the human being as we know it today has been evolving for 300,000 years. And humanity, like Homo erectus, has been on the planet for 2 million years. These are actual figures if you look them up. When I first started diving into this, was just like mind blown, right? Because like most people, I was taught just the last 2,000 years, 5,000 years if I was lucky, right, of history. And I never really enjoyed history. It was the subject in school that I oh my gosh, it was so hard for me. And I always struggled to just even pass history because it held no anchor for me. Like I just couldn't relate. I mean, we just learned about wars and kingdoms and empires, and I just don't even remember thinking about history, like anything in history is exciting. And then in college, I took a comparative economics class, and we learned about history through comparative economics and systems and what actual people were feeling and thinking and how that related to the way the world was created. And it lit me up and it opened up a whole new exploration of history. But I had to see it from a different point of view, a different vantage point that made sense to me, that gave me something meaty to hold on to. And that was about it. That was all I did for history until my 40s, when I got really, really curious about who we are and how we got here, and a different type of history, right? Not who won and who lost, but why are we here? Who are we? Where did we come from? And then these questions really got me into the body. And in my coaching, I did somatic training and I've read a ton of books on the body. And yet, what I still see is there's a little bit of a disconnect, because in these processes that I learned, we dip into the body to find some information and then we come back out, right? We go into a feeling, we explore it, we release it, we understand it, we listen to it, and then we pop back out and we come back into the mind. And even when we are doing, like I do a lot of yoga, right? And it is all about getting into the body, but we're still doing something with the body. Like I am the one that's putting myself in downward dog. I am the one that is standing in tree pose. And yes, I'm breathing and feeling into my body, but I'm still in this element of I'm the one that is leading my body and I'm the one that is exploring my body. And this is fantastic. Again, right? Not good or bad. Just this is the level that we have reached. But here we are back to our body, 300,000 years old. Can you imagine how intelligent it is? How wise, how efficient, how magical, for lack of a better word, right? Like, wow, the body is actually leading us. I'm going to say that again. The body is actually leading us. It has lived on this planet so many more times than we have. It has experienced life on this planet in so many different ways, in so many realms, in so many periods of history, in so many types of situations. And it knows way more than I do about how to move through this world in a way that's supportive, in a way that's connected, right? Because for 300,000 years, it has been evolving alongside every other being on this planet. It intricately knows the relationships that it has to the stars, to the trees, to the grasses, to the food we eat, to the other animals that reside alongside us, right? Ultimately, we are just another animal that evolved on this planet. And I know to our ego, sometimes that can be devastating to hear because our ego wants to think we're so important. And yet, it's the body that actually carries the wisdom, that knows how to move and flow with life. It's been doing it for millions of years. And then here we come along with our hopefully 100-year life and think we know it all. And we don't have a culture, we don't have a story, we don't have a teaching that allows us to remember this and that gives us the tools that we need to be in relationship with the body so that the body can guide us. I play a game every day with my body. And the way I learned it is it's called Marco Polo. And now we all know Marco Polo from being a kid, right? Mostly in the pool. Marco Polo, Marco Polo. And that's what I do with my body. I sit down and I say, okay, what are you going to show me today? And that's my Marco. And then I wait and I go through my day and see what my body comes back with Polo. And it will always come back with something. It will always show you a place that it needs some support. Here's a story you can work out. Here's the sensation that I don't know what to do with. Here's this thought that just dropped in from the collective and you think it's yours. But you know what? If you let me take the reins, I can show you it's not. And we build this rapport with the body as if it is an extension of ourselves. Even like to me, it's a friend. It's a friend that I live with every single day and that I constantly am in dialogue with and that I show up for, that I give it the nourishing food it needs. I give it the movement that it needs each day. I cleanse it. I clean it. I soak it in a bath. I nourish my skin. I take supplements for my organs. But the biggest thing that I do is I dialogue with my body because every part of you exists in a spiritual nature in a part of your body. Everything has a soul. Every part of your body has a divine way that it is interacting with the external world. And when you take the time to learn that, wow, does that change your life? Wow, does that change the way that you're able to move through your life? So it's time, right, to relearn our relationship with our body and not just what can our bodies give us, but what are we doing to be in right relationship with our body, to be in Aini. Aini is an Andean word, a Quechua word, and it means right relationship. And this is where we will find the answers. This is where we will find the freedom, the peace, the joy, the love, the calm, the knowing, right? It all lives inside you. Nothing lives outside you other than your interconnectedness to everything else. But your path to that is through your own body. And if we don't start coming into our bodies, especially as spiritualists, right? Because we're just taught to go out of our body, go up into the realms and to be with everything. Beautiful. Again, no good or bad, just noticing. That amazing. But we have to have the other half of the equation. We cannot expect our body and our energetic and intuitive architecture to continue to take us into higher realms if we're not willing to be seated in the body, have our consciousness be in the body. This is the way we can work with our body to access higher realms, but they have to be in tandem. And it's time. It's time to get the tools to be in tandem with the body, to work with the body. I'm super passionate about this. I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but this is the work. This is what we have to do, creating the consciousness inside ourselves in order to walk through the world. I know this is a big topic. Reach out with questions. I'm here. I love, love, love being on this journey with you. Mwah.